Welcome back, all my beautiful people. How you guys doing? I just want to talk about what is going on with The Batman Part 2. A couple weeks ago, I saw that The Batman is going to be in its own universe and that they are like postponing it to be in 2027 because it's going to take 5 years. You know, Part 1 took 5 years to get going, so I didn't really stress about it. So now everyone's like, oh my gosh, we're never getting Part 2. And then I just saw that Matt Reeves was like wishy-washy in an interview about if The Batman is going to be in the actual DCU now, and it's like, what is going on? So I kind of just want to talk a little bit about, see what my thoughts are, I guess, with should Robert Pattinson's Batman be in the DCU? And my answer is yes. If like say the Superman movie is really good and does really good, you already have a Superman established and you already have a Batman that people like, so why not just put them together? That's how I was like thinking about it. I didn't really look too deeply about it besides that, because I was like, you know, we already have established Batman, and if this Superman movie is really good, we already have an established Superman, so why not we just put them together? And the tones of both of them are so good that I feel like you could actually put them together, because we haven't heard anything of the Brave and the Bold Batman movie at all. And it's in one of those spots that's like, what if the Brave and the Bold Batman movie sucks, but the Batman movies keep doing better? Plus, it's really confusing. It's like, oh, well, we have this Batman movie for this universe, and we have this Batman movie for this universe. And it kind of would suck for like DC, for example, if they're like, oh man, we have this Batman that nobody likes, but we have Robert Pattinson that people like for Batman, and his movies are becoming really popular. There's kind of like a little universe over there, because you got the Penguin, which is successful. Now you got the Batman Part 2 coming out, which I personally think will be successful. And then they're going to do like a Clayface movie that is in the DCU, but it's also like connected to the Batman universe. So it's like really confusing. It's just like, put them together, man. Yes, I get that they're like making the Batman more of a grounded thing. What Matt Reeves was saying is like, he kind of just wants to focus on this trilogy first before anything else happens. And essentially to me, it's like, well, if Superman's successful and a couple other movies are successful, then yeah, we'll put them together. It's kind of like what Marvel did with Venom and Spider-Man, where you had the end credit scene where Venom like licks the screen because he gets to see Spider-Man, and then it's like, that's it. So it just shows everyone, yeah, this is like a multiverse thing, except that was really bad because Sony's movies are trash. At least DC tries. That's what I was thinking when I was watching that video of Matt Reeves' interview. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know, I don't have a problem with Robert Pattinson's Batman being in the DCU. Yes, is he more of a grounded Batman? Yes, but it's freaking Batman. Batman's a pretty intelligent man that he can get around all these things. He could be in a world where there's Superman, but then you have him go back to what he's been doing. Like that in the comics, so it's not like they hang out every weekend. So that's what I was always looking at when I approach these kind of things. I try to go with an open mind, because I am a Batman fan, I'm a Superman fan, I'm a DC fan, I'm also a Marvel fan, and Marvel right now is just suck a win for me. So I have to rely on DC. Like I said, I watched Creature Commandos, and that gave me some hope. Superman gave me some hope. The Batman was really good, so I'm like, if Superman is good, why not put them together? I don't see an issue with it. Yes, I know he was talking about how he wanted like an older Batman, and he wanted to do like Robin, and then maybe the Bat family in his universe, which is fine, makes sense. I would too, because a lot of people want the Red Hood, Nightwing, Batgirl. We want all these characters. But I feel like Robert Pattinson's Batman is, if you keep him in the DCU, say he's really popular, say the Part 2 and Part 3 are awesome, they both do really well in the box office, and you introduce him into the DCU, why don't you just age him up, because he's gonna be older anyways. So with Part 2 and 3 you can have time skips. I think Part 2 is like a couple months after Part 1, so in Part 3 you could do a time skip, so where he's like an older Batman eventually, and then you can introduce the Robins and stuff like that. I think that'd be perfectly fine. There's a lot you can do with the DCU that I think everyone would be very happy with. Now if they go the approach where there's two separate Batmans, I'm not gonna complain too much. It's whatever, things happen. But to me, I'm like, well, you already have a Batman that people really like, so it's like, why give us another one? I know there's a lot of people that want certain actors to play like the DCU, the James Gunn's Batman, but I don't know, I really like Robert Pattinson as Batman. There's a thing where a lot of people are like talking smack about how much that Batman movie sucks now, and I'm like, where is this coming from? Where is this energy? So that's just what I want to talk about. I just want to talk about what I felt like maybe they could do. I don't see, and maybe that's what they're thinking, is like, well, if the DCU's becoming popular, let's just put the Batman in there, because the Batman's already successful. And maybe that's why they're like pushing it to be 27 because, for one, Matt Reeves hasn't finished the script, which is fine. Maybe he's writing both scripts for part 2 and 3, which is perfectly fine as well. Maybe they just want to see what happens with the DCU. So like, what if Superman's successful and then 2 other movies are successful, or another show's successful, you know? Then they bring out the Batman and it's like, we want this all to be connected. It could be something like that, which I wouldn't be surprised. I've really enjoyed what James Gunn wants to do. I'm full on support for it because I really want something different, and just the tone he's done with Superman and with Creature Commandos gives me kind of hope. I really like the Superman trailer, so I'm really hoping we get to see some real magic. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I'd like to see what you guys say about, should Robert Pattinson's Batman be in the DCU, or should he just not be, and should he be in his own universe, and should we have another Batman? What do you guys think down below? I would love to know. And of course, I'd like to see you guys in the next video.